Good morning, Flosstube. I am Tamara. I am PD Stitcher here on YouTube and over on Instagram. And I say good morning because it is morning here. It is about 6:30 on Sunday, June 12th. But it might not be morning when you're watching this. It could be afternoon or evening. So whatever time of the day it is, hi. And welcome. If you are returning, welcome back. I appreciate your friendships, your comments, your likes. If you are new here, welcome. I hope you will stick around and see if you see anything that you find interesting or like, and that you'll stick around for a while. I love making new stitchy friends, so welcome. If you hear noises, my dog has been decided. Goodness, words. It's early. My dog has decided to chew on his foot this morning, right in here next to me, and I've tried to get him to stop. He's having none of that, so it's his world, and I just live in it, so we're going to let him continue, and I apologize if you hear him chewing on his foot. At least you don't have to see him chewing on his foot, because he's well out of camera this morning. At the moment. That could change. So, it's been 2 weeks since the last time I've shared with y'all. I don't have a lot of whips to share because I've really focused on just a couple, but got a lot of stitching done on those. I'm really finding that by just making a goal and working towards that goal on a couple of projects, and then when I hit that goal, pulling out the next project, I'm getting so much more accomplished on the few whips I'm working on. So hold on just a second. Okay. So, Buster was acting quite the fool. Had to deal with that. I'm trying, if you see the reflection in my glasses, I'm sorry, I have to be able to see, so I need my glasses. But I'm using my daughter's ring light, hoping that that will help with the light situation. We'll see. I had it turned up, and then the reflection in my glasses was really bad, and so it's not as bright as it could be. We may have to figure something out. I'll play around with it some more, I'm sure. But for right now, I have to be able to see y'all or be able to see anything, and I can't see without my glasses. So, I have a few whips. I have no finishes. I'm close to a finish on a few things, but I have no finishes. I do have a new start because I started something since the last time I shared with y'all. And a lot of life updates. So we'll start with the stitching, and then if you're interested in the life updates, you can stick around after the stitching. I also have a little bit of haul, not much, but a little. So let's go ahead and get started. So my new start is December by the Cricut Collection. And this is my 100 Stitches a Day project for this month because I'm hoping to get a good bit accomplished on this. I've done January through November, and now it's time to work on December. Let me get my board so you can see a little better. So I've done this E. I started in the middle on the M and then worked my way back to the E, and I'll work back to the beginning of December and then work my way back across. The E, the color, the floss for the E, or for all of the letters, I don't know. It's showing up okay on camera, but it's very tone on tone. But I don't want to restart, and I don't want to pull out all of those stitches, so I think we're going to stick with that. I think when all of it's done, it'll show up enough. It's harder to see from back here, but when you look at it up close, but the problem is people aren't going to be up close when I have it hanging. So, what are your thoughts? Keep it, backstitch it so it stands out a little bit more. I was thinking if I do backstitch it, I would do, because this is a green, so this is on 32 count. Picture this plus sterling. Since the E is, well, the letters are done in a light green, I was thinking of doing a deeper green and back stitching it, or pull it out, go a shade darker with the colors for the letters. What are your thoughts? If you were me, what would you do? Because I don't really want to pull it all out. But if I think it will make it look better, I will do it. It's just, I hate to frog. But so I've done almost all of the E. No, I think I have done all of the E because I finished with the back stitching. So there's that. And he's still licking on his paw. I'm so sorry, y'all. If y'all can hear that, I'm so sorry. Especially if you're wearing earbuds, because that's loud. But that's my 100 Stitches a Day project. It's also a Whip Go project that was called for June, and the goal is to get 3 letters done. I've done E. And it's only the 12th. So I could get 2 more done this month. However, I'm going to have a few days coming up, and I'll talk about this more in life, where I'm not going to be able to work on it for 100 stitches a day. So we'll see. So I don't know why I pulled it out and just left the bag sitting over there, but that is it's housed in this project bag, my little penguin project bag from Barefoot Needle Art. Isn't that cute? And then the inside is this snowflake material. And I love that they come with project tags, but you see, I don't write on them because I know this isn't going to be the only project ever to live in it, so I don't want to write on it. I don't know if the project tag's going to stay on there because it kind of hangs in my way, and since I'm not using it, I might pull it off. Who knows? So that was my only new start. I started that on June 1st. I don't know what's going on here, y'all. It normally fits. It doesn't want to today. My hair is everywhere. I'm so sorry. I need to get it cut. I need time to do that. Maybe by the next Flosstube I'll have a haircut. We'll see. So the next thing I've been working on, this is not a Whip Go project for this month, but this is my focus piece for the year because it's my oldest project. And this is Christmas 2. It is artwork by Ciro Marchetti, and it's charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. And I'm doing this on 25 count easy grid, 2/1 tent stitch. And ignore the bruise. I'll talk more about that in the life part. I'm not abused, I promise. But it does have to do with stuff going on in my life. So I've done a good bit of this page right here since the last time. My goal is to get 2,000 stitches on this a month. So I'm almost there. And then when I get there, this is going to get put aside and I'll focus on something else big for the rest of June. But I'm really seeing a lot of progress. I've got all of this done. When I started this month, I was starting a new page. So this wreath is really coming together in the bow. It does look kind of pixelated because it's tent stitch and not X's. But I think when you hold it back here, it just looks pretty. So, and like I said, people aren't going to be coming. Hopefully, people won't come up to my cross stitch and be, eyes up to it. So, I don't know. I like it. It's coming along. I might finish it in the next 5 years. If I can get 2,000 stitches a month this year, it'll make some decent progress for this year. So that's the second one. I only have one more whip to share, and I don't know what's going on with the colors. I apologize. And the last one is also in a Barefoot Needle Art project bag with the sun. I almost called it a moon. With the sun faces. And the inside, oh, look at this fabric on the inside. Is that not just beautiful? This is, I should have pulled this out. Blueberry and Thyme, or the French. It's not going to come out of this very easily, I don't think. I'm sorry for the rattling if you're wearing earphones. Myrtle et Thym, or Blueberry and Thyme. I picked this up yesterday and took it with me because my daughter had a track meet about an hour and a half away. And she was supposed to do 2 events, javelin and run the 800. We had to get there at 8 to check her javelin in and get it weighed, but she wasn't supposed to throw until 10:30, and then she was going to run, we thought about 1. Yeah, it did not work out like that. I got a lot of stitching done because her 10:30 start time for throwing javelin didn't happen till 1. And I said we were there at 8. So I got a good bit done on this. I finished all of the letters. I finished this little thing of blueberries with their leaves. They didn't have leaves last time. I finished the word Thym and the little filigree that goes below it and started down here. And this is on 32 count color and cotton dried lavender. Getting better at remembering and not even having to look at my notes that are sitting right here. You can kind of see the color really good here. But I'll hold this up so you can see. And my little peppermint patty needle minder. So she didn't throw until 1. She got done about 1:30. Remember I said that she was supposed to, we thought she'd run the 800 about 1? Yeah, no. Everything about this meet was running behind. And after we had sat out in the sun all morning, waiting for her to throw, and then she threw, she was ready to go. She was at that point, did not want to run. And it was going to be at least another couple of hours before the 800 was going to run anyway. So we left and we came home. She ended up not running. We're glad because after we left, they had a weather delay. And the 800 did not run until almost 5:30 or later. Like the first thing of the 800s, I think, started at about 5:15. And she was in one of the last heats, and there were several heats of it. So she would have been probably 5:45 before she ran. So, and the 800 is not really her race. She'll run it. It was more to have a practice session before her big meet this week. Oh, I don't know what's going on with this dog, but he is just noise making this morning. And now he's hiding his face because I was talking about him. So that's all of my whips. I got a bit done yesterday. I was really excited that I brought my stitching with me. Sometimes I don't because, I forget to pick it up or whatever, but I'm glad I brought it with me yesterday. I also had a lot of people comment on it, so that was nice. I'd love to see more people stitching in this area around here. So that's it. That's all my whips. So let's go on to plans. So I'm going to continue on working 100 stitches a day on December for the days that I'm home, and I'll talk more about that in the live section. I'm going to continue working on Christmas too, and my other Whip Go project that was called for this month was a page finish on 3 dolphins, the artwork by Carol Cavaleris. And I remembered to bring it this time. And this is where it is. And I honestly think that is the page. I'm fairly certain this little bit and right here is all I need to finish that page. But I could be wrong, and it could be down here. I'm not sure. Because I'm using Pattern Keeper for this, and I'm kind of stitching cross country and kind of stitching by page. So a cross country by page, I guess. So I'm not really sure. I don't remember if this is a page or if this is, I when I get my 2,000 stitches done on Christmas too, this is what's going to go on my Lowry stand. So hopefully this will get a page finish. I honestly cannot imagine that all of this is a page. So that doesn't sound right. It doesn't look right to me for that to be a page and that to be a page. That has to be more than one page. But I could be wrong. And I haven't looked on Pattern Keeper to see since the last time I picked this up, which was sometime in 2021. So those are my plans for the next couple of weeks. Haul. Because I told y'all I would do life at the very end. So I don't have much. I have, and again, I'm sorry I forgot to open this. My Color and Cotton Fabric of the Month is Spacious Skies. When I opened it up, one of my daughters was in the room with me, and she's like, "Oh, that is such a pretty blue." And it is. It is such a pretty blue. Let's see if I can get this to show up. There we go. That's kind of, it's showing a little bit more purple in the camera. It's a little less purple and a little more blue, but there is some purple tint to it, but it's gorgeous. And I can definitely see me using this in the very near future. And then I also got one of the new patterns from Hands On Design. When Kathy showed this on her last Flosstube, I had to get it. It is Home of the Brave, and I absolutely love how the words look like a flag. It's just, it's beautiful, and I'm in no new starts this year. I have done some new starts, obviously, because I did December, but that's only when I finish something and can put something in its spot. So, I don't know when this will get started, but this is definitely going to get kitted up so that when I get a chance to start something new, I can. I have one empty space on my, because in no new starts, I'm doing 22 and 22, which is 22 projects on my focus list. And as I finish one, I can replace it. Or I did leave some spots open at the beginning of the year. I think I started with 17 and had 5 empty spots so that I could give myself some new starts. And some of the whips that I have, because I have far more than 22 whips, I'm tissue boxing, which means they're all the same size. They're all smalls. And when I finish one, I'm just putting another one in its place. So I had 5 open spaces. I've started 4, and I have 1 empty space, and I'm saving that for my birthday start. I will be 50 in August, y'all. 50. So my new start is in ink circles. It's Reflections of Norway, and I didn't bring it with me. That will be my new start in August. Dog, can you stop? Please make a noise, please. Thank you. I don't know why he's chewing on his feet so much this morning. It's been a morning. So, if y'all want to join me in doing an ink circles, I didn't bring the Reflections of Norway chart over here. But if y'all want to join me in August and do an ink circles, we can do an ink circles birthday sale if you'd like. So let me know. Comment below if you'd love to join me to do any ink circles. It doesn't have to be the Reflections of Norway. I chose that because my grandfather was 100% Norwegian. He came from Norway to the United States. So I am 25% Norwegian. So I'm also a lot of other things in my Ancestry 23andMe DNA. I was many things, many backgrounds in my heritage, but that's good. So that's all of my stitchy stuff. So if you're just here for the stitchy stuff, thank you for coming. If you are interested in what's going on in my life, stick around. It's been crazy. So I kind of alluded earlier that my daughter has a big meet coming up, and that yesterday was just going to be a workout session for her. So she qualified to run the 5K on a track, which is 12 and a half laps around a track. That's a lot of laps. In the national high school meet, the Nike National Outdoor Meet that's held in Eugene, Oregon this week. So we are flying out, she and I are flying out on Tuesday to Eugene, and she'll compete on Thursday, and then we'll come home Friday. I think I'm going to take the blueberry and thyme piece with me because we have a 4-hour layover on the way out on Tuesday and another 4-hour layover on the way back Friday. So that should give me some decent stitching time in the airport if all of our flights arrive on time and do what they're supposed to do. So we have that, and that's very exciting. Last year she was supposed to go compete in Oregon and had a foot injury diagnosed 2 weeks before, and so we had to cancel our flights and cancel our reservations, and she didn't get to compete. So this is very exciting. So we have that, and then right after we get back, next Tuesday, I start orientation for my new job. That's where the bruise came from. I had to have a physical for the job, and she drew blood and completely blew my vein. And this has been since Tuesday. It was uglier earlier this week, so it's getting better. But yeah, so had to do all of that. I start my new job. I will be an office assistant at the city's recreation department. For the last 7 years, 5 of those were paid. 2 years before that, they were volunteer. I was the administrator for the soccer club here in my town. And we did a lot in conjunction with the city of our town, with our city recreation department. Because we run, our soccer club runs the recreation soccer for the city. So I worked in conjunction with them a lot, and they had an opening in their recreation department, and with a lot of the changes going on here at my house with everybody growing up and moving on and not needing me as much at home, it was time for me to not have to stay at home. The soccer job let me work from home, and I could do everything here, and I could be here with my kids, and they don't need me here every day. And so it's a new exciting opportunity for me. However, it will probably impact my stitching a little because I will have to go to work. And so the time that I usually use in the morning, I'll be spending getting ready for work. So I will be stitching in the mornings. I will have my evenings. The nice thing is, with the soccer job, because I work from home, I was pretty much on call 24/7, or at least that's what it felt like. People would call or email or text all day long, and I felt like I needed to answer right away. With this job, I'll work at the office. When my day is done, I will close the door, I will come home. And then I will look at work the next morning when I go back. So I will have my evenings a little bit freer than I have. So that'll be nice. And, it's a new opportunity for me. So lots of changes. Sending one off to school this year. I've homeschooled my kids their whole lives. My oldest was homeschooled all the way from 3K until he graduated high school. Then he went off to college, and now he's working. My next 2 were homeschooled, same thing, and then they went off to college. And now number 4, my runner, is going to school for her senior year. We went by the school this past week and sat down with the guidance counselor and sketched out her classes for this fall. And it's exciting and sad all at the same time because I've never sent one to school. I taught in the schools for several years before I had kids, so I do know how schools work. I went to school, but it'll be different. And then my youngest is starting high school this year. She'll be still homeschooling, but my goal with all of my kids has been when they get to high school, they're pretty much independent. I do their lesson plans, I assign their assignments, and I'm available if they need help, but most of the time they're able to figure it out on their own. And she's very, very independent, so she doesn't need me home. I'll grade her papers in the afternoons when I get home, because it's a part-time position. I'll be home by 2 o'clock every day. And I'll grade her papers and be here to help her if she needs help when I get home. So it will change what I've got done for stitching every day, but we'll see. It'll be new, and my next Flosstube, I may have even less than I had today. We'll just have to see. Us going to Oregon is why I won't be working on December for those 4 days, because I'm not packing more than one project. I don't have room in my carry-ons to take more than one project. The blueberry and thyme is small, and it fits. The December project is a little bit bigger. So I don't want to have to take all of those flosses. There's only 7, I think, for the blueberry and thyme, and there's 30-something for December, and I don't want to plan ahead to figure out which ones I need, and I'm lazy. I don't want to plan ahead that much. So just one project's going to go with me, and I could end up finishing it depending on what kind of time I have in the hotel as well. So we'll see. And that's all the stuffs. Well, no, not all the stuffs. My youngest is going. She was invited to join a soccer team from a city about 3 hours from us to go to the regional championship tournament in Tennessee. Not this week, but the next week. So I'll get home from Oregon with one daughter, and my husband will leave with the other daughter a few days later to go to Tennessee. So it's very busy, very, very busy at our house right now. Lots of comings and goings. But that's pretty much it. And now I'll leave y'all with the quote for today. It's from Ava DuVernay, and it's, "I'm not going to continue knocking that old door that doesn't open for me. I'm going to create my own door and walk through that." And that one just spoke to me this morning when I was looking for the quote to share. So, y'all, I hope you have a wonderful stitching week. I hope you get lots of stitching done. If you are in the U.S. or in the Northern Hemisphere, I hope you can stay cool, because it has gotten quite warm. And if you are one of my Southern Hemisphere friends, I hope you are enjoying your winter. That's my favorite season. I kind of like the cold, because I can always put on blankets or more clothes. There's only so much clothes I can take off in the summer, and I'm not a big fan of the heat. So there's that. I'm really looking forward to Oregon, because they don't have a lot of... The humidity there is not like South Carolina humidity. We'll just put it like that. I'm looking forward to those temperatures. It should be nice. So y'all have a good week, and I will see y'all in a couple weeks. Stay happy, stay healthy, keep stitching. Bye, y'all.